welcome to another HopCast episode.
Thanks a lot for coming along, everybody.
First off, I'm Chmielewski.
My name is Ken Hunnemeder. I think you may recognize these two.
Been here a few times. Don Radlund.
I'm Mitchell Radlund.
So, Mitchell brought us this Kentucky Bourbon Ale. And we've been craving some Kentucky ever since.
What was that, episode 2?
Yes, episode 2.
Wow.
Back,
Like
we
so
were just
young.
wee.
young
So
chaps.
young.
We were buying beer for a nickel.
I've been growing my beard ever since.
So, we're back to do an official Kentucky episode. Fight Kentucky.
Official.
We have
Official. Not
two-
official. Official.
sanctioned by the state.
2 Kentucky beers, yep. Sanctioned by the state.
And you can't go to Kentucky without doing bourbon
And
barrel.
Yeah, so.
The place is crawling with it. I mean, it's
Barrels,
it's coming out the woodwork.
barrels
it's
rolling
infested
like
with barrels.
tumbleweeds.
Yeah,
They
it's
just
not
roll down
tumbleweeds,
the
it's
street.
Barrels and drunks.
Yeah. Drunks on barrels sometimes.
So
Quite the sight.
we have from Bluegrass their bourbon barrel stout,
Yes.
and then from Browning's their Imperial Stout, also bourbon barrel.
We've got 2 models, or
Yeah,
vintages, I guess you would say, of the...
We just realized
Oh.
before this that we have 2 slightly different vintages.
Yeah.
Possibly.
They're about 6 months apart.
There's the notching system on the side, and there might be some imperfections there, but it looks like we have an 08 and an 07. The 2 bottle caps,
Are
the
different.
tops are different, so we're leaning
Totally
towards
black.
these being an
Yeah.
07 and an 08.
Yeah.
So,
So we're gonna do a little
we
comparison
here will have the 08. You guys
We'll have
will have the 07.
And then we'll trade.
Unless Brad spills it, and
Just
then
wax
we
the
will...
table.
Oh, we got another one.
So we'll even do a double pour. Here.
Double
Let's see
pour.
if it pours out any different.
Okay.
Alright.
Alright, so Ken pours always a little more head than I do. I go a little slower, you're like, oh man, shit, I'm drinking this.
I like to have my head a little bit, you know, who doesn't?
I ease it in. I gotta continue my thoughts.
Brad just doesn't...
But
Sure, right.
appearance-wise, they look identical.
Yeah.
We did get a little more head with... Like,
I think
but
that was just
the
my-
more
my
vigorous
pour.
pour.
Exactly.
And pretty much black.
But it is
with
staying there pretty decent
some
amount of time.
light hits on the amber. Yeah.
Not a lot of weeks.
The aroma is very much roasty.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I would almost think it could be a coffee.
Yeah, it does
Yeah.
smell like a
There's
lot,
a lot
like
of coffee
stuff.
overtones.
There's not a lot of bourbon.
No.
No, I'm not
to it
getting
at
all
all.
the bourbon barrel in it.
Actually, I had forgotten that it was a bourbon barrel.
It could be a coffee barrel.
Coffee
It's a
barrel?
coffee barrel.
It's wrong you age your coffee for 6 to 7 years.
Wooden barrels. Oh well.
Should be good.
Let's just give it this a
It
shot.
smells really good. Cheers.
Alright, cheers.
Nice and creamy.
Yeah.
You get a
It's like a
little
milk.
Almost like a cream stout almost.
There's a little bit of bitterness at the end.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not getting as much.
I'm not getting like any.
Yeah, I don't taste
bourbon
any
flavor.
bourbon at all. Hinting or
It does say
flavoring.
bourbon barrel stout, right?
Not a little up front. I felt like I had a little bit. No.
I really honestly didn't pick up on much.
Yeah, I love bourbon, and
barrels and stout.
yeah,
And
when all three come together, it's just
Awesome.
usually.
Stout aged in bourbon oak barrels.
right.
There's a little bit of a vanilla going
Yeah, it's-
on,
it's
and
got-
maybe that's what it is
It might be pulling the vanilla flavor
from the
from
bourbon.
the wood.
You're
Right.
not getting any of that woody, oaky.
No.
Let me try your vintage.
Alright,
Alright, what's going on here? We'll do a switcheroo here. Smells almost exactly the same.
I got a little more bourbon, like aroma with yours.
These are definitely different vintages.
Oh yeah, this has a lot less flavor than what we had.
Yeah.
It's even got a lot less carbonation than what we just tried.
I think this one, the 08, has a lot more roastiness.
Yeah, this may not age as well as they
Yeah. Ours,
Thought it
I
would.
think ours smells more roastier.
Yours tastes more roastier than
Yours
ours
smells a
does.
little more bourbony.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yours has a little bit more bourbon flavor.
Which
front.
That's
is it?
it's almost like there's only like 6 to 7 months difference either. It's not like a full year because
Right.
I think that one's like-
April 08, and that was
the other one's like November or
December.
Do we have an
07.
ABV on this?
We don't.
It might be kind of low.
It
Yeah.
has to
It
be.
tastes.
It tastes very well.
It's a pretty drinkable beer.
It's very
And
sessionable.
It doesn't seem as though it stands up to the time.
It's-
I'm wishing we would have got that now.
Yeah. It's not a bad beer.
Oh no, it's good beer.
But there
I
is
like it.
but the
it's
newer the bottle of it does taste. It's got a lot more flavor
I
to it.
feel
than
a little jit.
Yeah, you're just
Now
disappointed.
you gotta go friggin' back to
I
Kentucky.
know. I gotta go down to Louisville and give them a piece of my mind.
I might have another one back there in my cellar.
Shout
I
out!
was actually slightly disappointed because when I was
Now I
buying
can taste more
these,
bourbon.
when I was buying these, they had a special ceramic bottle like Rogue does with their double dead guy of the Kentucky Bourbon Barrel Ale,
Really?
but they were sold out of it when I was going to buy it.
No, it's certainly a pretty good beer. It's just I guess it's just not what we had expected.
Yeah,
Mm.
I could see drinking this for a night because it's
As
I think it's pretty drinkable.
quite
Probably
drinkable
6 to low 7s.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Right.
thinking. Sure.
and it's
as it's warming up, there's more of the bourbon taste to it. Like
I think you're
it's-
right about that
Yeah,
too.
like because it's starting to come out now. It might have been a little cold before, but
Ours just, I feel like it feels a little flat.
yeah, it
Right?
it
yeah.
felt flatter in the mouth too. Yeah. Just look at the dates before you buy it, because
Yeah.
the newer it is, it seems the better it is. Like
But Bluegrass, they do a lot of beers.
yeah,
They're started in 93, so they're pretty well established.
When I was asking people when I was last down there, what should I get? They told me something from Bluegrass.
Oh, they didn't say,
Oh,
get the Bourbon Barrel Ale.
Well,
But,
get it new.
yeah.
but if you have to get something else, get this from Bluegrass.
Well, I told them we had already done the Bourbon Barrel Ale,
Okay.
so they told me go with Bluegrass, and then I saw this and was like, That's it. I am blowing up.
Your
I am
vibrator's
blowing up.
going off.
Well, let's,
Come on,
let's
Hollywood,
move on.
what's going on here?
Let's
All right.
see what
Let's polish this
the
off. and-
Imperial.
Well, they're both from the same city, so
Oh wow, competing. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
No, this is from.
they're both from Louisville.
I thought they were
Yep.
from Lexington.
Nope, both
That's
from
Tennessee.
Louisville.
No, just a
Lexington's in
Kentucky.
Lexington's
Oh,
in
they're
Kentucky. That's where University of Kentucky is.
So yeah, pretty solid beer from Bluegrass.
It's definitely getting a little better as it gets warmer.
Yeah, I would try it. I would try it a little warmer
Then
than you normally.
Maybe around 50 degrees or so.
Yeah.
Alright.
all right, let's finish these off and let's move on to the next one.
There you go.
All right.
Kentucky beer. Yes.
We're moving on up
Just
To
Uh,
the same
cross town.
city.
to the same city as Louisville.
Maybe
Well,
across
at least
town.
it's not the same brewery. We usually tend to do some states' same brewery.
Oh, but they only got
Yeah.
one in some
Some
states.
states only have one. Or one decent one.
Yeah.
Officially, they're closed, so all beers are retired.
Which is a shame because
We'll bring
I've,
this one out of retirement. Though.
I've had some Brownings, I think maybe 2 or 3 of their beers in the past. Excellent stuff. So it's a shame to see them go. We will
So if you see
commemorate them.
Brownings now, definitely pick
Pick
it
it up.
Pick it up and send it to us.
up. Just-
Yeah,
I don't know why they do that.
yeah.
You know,
Well, get 2, drink 1, and then the other one.
I believe I picked this up in Harrisburg. No, not Harrisburg. Pennsylvania, probably at
somewhere.
Fatheads.
Harrisburg.
Harrisburg. Was that? No, that wasn't Harrisburg. That was Pittsburgh.
Ah, Pennsylvania.
Somewhere in
That was
Pennsylvania.
Harrisburg. It was by Trogs.
Oh. No. That you're thinking of Shane McGrady's.
I am.
Come on. Just,
That's by Shrove.
Yeah.
You mean that special you guys had?
Fatheads. Pittsburgh.
Fatheads in Pittsburgh. I think that's where I
Fatheads?
picked this up.
like the wall hangings?
Yes.
So you can definitely get this.
There was LaDainian Tomlinson on the wall.
So you can definitely get this in the Pennsylvania area.
I've always wanted to drink
I've never seen brownings here.
Yeah, you can get it. They have it up, or at least they used to when they were in production.
Yeah.
They used to have it up at the Armanetti's on Lincoln. It was the guy up there recommended that I try it.
So you might be able to still see them in the Midwest
They're just
region, like on
selling
shelves,
through on-
and people don't know.
Yeah. So let's go ahead. This is their Bourbon Barrel Imperial Stout from Brownings, and we'll give it a pour.
Curly Hugh.
You remember camera film?
Okay, so this was not just Ken, but this beer had a lot of head.
A little bit of me too,
Right, a little bit.
but
Ken likes that.
This
it's pretty heady.
it's
Ooh,
definitely
yeah.
sticking a lot more to the glass.
Yeah, it's
right?
got thick lacing that really coats the glass there.
Right, like the beer is like fighting to get through the head.
Mm-hmm. It wasn't really motor oily in the pour, which I
The
kind
light
of
pour just
expected that it would be, being like Imperial Bourbon Barrel Age. Usually that's you kind of get that kind of thing, kind of like a Bourbon County Stout.
it's pretty.
But it was a little bit lighter in the pour.
Yeah, it has
You can-
more highlights.
You can kind of see through it at the bottom, which you really couldn't on the other one.
This one smells totally different.
And this one you're definitely picking up some like
woody. Like
This
you get
smells
more of the
amazing.
barrel,
Is what it
right?
smells like.
woody, almost like
It's more of the bourbon
sherry like tones.
Little tart.
Cherries or sherry?
ocean.
I'm not picking up any Steve Perry in this one.
No Steve Perry in this one.
I'm diving in.
Okay.
Right, like
Even though there's no Steve Perry.
Wow. Okay. You were saying you picked up the cherries. I'm getting like a lot more tartness.
I said cherry.
Damn it! Ah,
It's called listening, Brad. You should probably try it.
it is a lot fruitier than I thought it was going to be.
It is a much tartar,
Yeah, it's tart.
not
It's-
tartar like tartar sauce, but more tart.
Do I really?
You should brush more often, Ken.
I'm
So-
moving. I didn't bring my toothbrush.
as you would expect from cherries, you get a lot more tartness.
As Brad was saying before, back to the cherries.
Focus, guy. Yeah,
This tastes more like cherries than the last cherry beer we had.
Southern tier. I'm like, yeah.
Cherry chocolate, you should.
Cherry saison.
Yeah.
We can't come down to Wolfell. It's 2 episodes in a row.
Hey, you've had other episodes in between.
It's no pizza beer, but I mean.
No, but it
It's-
almost is like a chocolate covered cherry. You're getting like a nice roasted flavor and
It's really
that
sweet.
tart.
It's-
There's
Cherry
sweet
flavor.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting it to taste like that when I was going to drink it. I was expecting more of the rich, like bourbon barrel imperial stout flavor that you get from like the stuff from Goose Island and like almost. I wasn't expecting something like Darkness or Dark Lord, but like
Right.
something kind of along that by the smell of it. But it's completely different once
It
once
tastes
you taste
a lot lighter than it looks.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be a little thicker. There's a lot of carbonation in it.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it doesn't coat the tongue like a
No.
lot of the motor oily beers.
Right. It's
The mouthfeel is amazing.
an imperial stout that's actually fairly light,
Yeah,
but it certainly packs in a lot of flavor. There's a lot. You can
Very
certainly
good.
get all the wood characteristics.
You get some of that roasty coffeeness, but it's not like overly coffee. Really.
No,
I felt like
Because I think it's counteracted with the tartness.
yeah,
That's
it's
what
a
I-
very
the
good
previous
balance.
beer was a little more roasty coffee than this guy.
Mhm.
Yeah, it tastes more like a coffee stout. The other one than this one does. I'm actually liking this a lot. Like, I was not expecting it to taste like this based on the smell, but it's the more I drink it, the more it impresses me. Like, I wasn't expecting any. Like, I mean, out of Kentucky, we've had the Kentucky Bourbon Barrel, which was
Heaven in a glass.
good beer, yeah.
a lot like bourbon, but
Look back to episode 2.
yeah, episode
Archive it.
It's in the archives. Yeah, you got to dig.
Strangely, in episode 2, I've been drinking out of a Bridges Media mug. I'm drinking out of a Bridges Media.
It's not quite affiliated with it yet, maybe, unless they want to sponsor. But no, it's very good. I'm very surprised with this.
It's definitely not what I expected. I think it's an original beer. It's something new.
It's very sessionable too. Like I could.
I'm really sad to hear that they're not.
Yeah, I'm kind of very upset that we're not gonna be able to get the same. Fire up the line again. Like this is.
Give it a Bluegrass. You
Get
guys
alone.
did right.
Yeah, yeah. The stimulus package just got signed. Like I mean, there's gotta be some brewery money in there. Like
I hope the brewmaster goes to maybe Bluegrass
or does some
Alltech.
because he's on the
Any
right
of the
track
other
with
Kentucky.
this.
Yeah.
Anything. Or come
I'm
brew.
sure he won't stop brewing.
Come
Well,
brew for us. I mean, just
Well, I think this
Be our
is a
personal
really.
brewer.
yeah. You could be the
In-house
HopCast
stuff.
brewer. We could feature just one of your beers every week. And
We'll make labels.
yeah, Ken's got a new place. He's got some space. He's got a whole.
It's got a fire pit. I mean,
Yeah, you can just think of
You
what
can
you
boil on my fire pit.
Yeah. Oh, what? We just referenced her again.
did you reference her in the first episode?
But
Now people are going,
two great beers from Kentucky.
yeah, two good beers, two totally different beers.
Yeah.
Even though they
Even
kind
though,
of claim to be almost the same style, like.
even though they're both bourbon barrel stouts, they taste completely different.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But both very.
Neither one of them like really
If you can find it.
were in our
Yes.
category of expectations,
Right.
but both
But they did
highly
not,
enjoyable.
Yeah, they
beers.
did not let us down at all.
Yeah.
Keep going.
So,
We got a half hour left? Is that?
How long is that tape?
so it's not just whiskey down there in Kentucky. These are
Or
great
horses.
beers.
Or
They've,
bourbon.
yeah, they've got
Thanks for
bourbon.
bringing them out, Mitchell.
No problem.
Alright.
Kentucky.
Thanks for joining the HopCast.
Thank you.